lost bread. And then later in the 16th century, Henry V.
Allez, c'est parti. Tout d'abord, comme il s'agit de pain perdu cuit au four, nous allons préchauffer le four à 400
The high school and college students who are experimenting with LSD will be running many of our institutions and guiding public policy.
Now the communists are killing your sons in South Vietnam.
Sometimes even tortured.
I said there was communism on college campuses. Now the liberals are admitting that there's communism on college campuses.
College students who are using LSD and marijuana today do not comprise a criminal class. They are not drug addicts.
Reply the teacher gave was, well, the student knows that tomorrow we may lose his head in Vietnam or by an atomic bomb. He's not too concerned about the possibility of damaging a few brain cells with a trip on
They're
alcohol.
your best educated, your most creative, and your most courageous young people.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask.
And like it or not, they're going to build you a new civilization.
And you can see that it's absorbing it quite well here.
Dark house in which once more I sit. I curse the very thought of it. Doors creaking through the cold empty halls and cobwebs on the walls. A box filled with broken dreams, scattered pictures from a life once filled with glee. So ghastly through the dead of night I go. Dark kitchen where I cook my shit. How I shudder at the thought of it. Pots and pans amidst the stale hollow stink, and dishes in the sink. The cheese that's been there for years. The tiled floor that's not been washed but for blood and tears. And forks and spoons from a bygone time once shined so bright they have no life amidst the darkening clouds, and children play on the streets below as I die alone in this dark house. She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need. But now she's dead and buried under the willow tree. God help me. God help me. Please don't hurt me. Don't desert me. God save me. Don't forsake me. Oh, God. God save me from the life you gave me. Please, God, heal me from the hands you deal me. God, mend me from the pain you send me. Oh, God. God, help me. God, help me. Please redeem me. Don't redeem me. Please, God, spare me all the things that scare me. Oh, God. Oh, God, don't you see all this pain, all this misery, all this suffering, all this sorrow, all this paperwork, deadlines, bills, congestion, heartache, customer service. God help me. God help me. Please don't.
Testing 1, 2, 3, check. Test 1, 2. 2, check. Testing 1, 2. Oh boy. Hello everybody. Wait, hold on. Do you hear me? Check. Can everybody hear me and see me? Hey. Getting a lot of yeses. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making something called Migas with tortillas. A couple of questions happening in the chat here about music. So Jose Suicidio, not too much unlike Eric Carmen and Barry Manilow in the 70s in that same tradition. Oh boy, we've got some alerts to read out, and I'm going to do it in a second. But Jose Suicidio, as an artist, likes to collaborate with the public domain classical composers of old, like Ravel. And I don't know if Ravel is public domain. I guess he is. It depends on what the country is and their laws. But there's a piece called Pavane for a Sleeping Baby and Pavane for a Dead Princess. And I always get them mixed up. It could be Pavane for a Sleeping Princess and Pavane for a Dead Baby. Either way, one of them's dead and one of them's sleeping. And a Pavane is a dance. And Jose Suicidio, in sort of an homage, used the melody for the Under the Willow Tree, which the lyrics were based loosely on a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sorry, my cat just took a big shit, of course, because I'm starting the stream. Why wouldn't he just start right in the beginning so that the place smells and he's going to start screaming? I love him, but it's just, he's very old and it's just, it gets on my nerves. And I think that's okay. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit says, wait, we're eating computers today. I'm not sure if I understand. Are we? Is there something that that led us to believe that? Oh, Purple Donut Filling is Fruit said, someone said Amigas. No, Migas. Computer, what does migas mean in Spanish?
Hormigas. In English is ants.
Ants. That can't be true. It can't be that migas con huevos would be ants with eggs. Ah, poor roast beef. He was sleeping in such a beautiful position. I put the camera on him and he got up right when I started. I guess he hears me talking and then he gets up. Oh, buddy. Four Wheelers just resubscribed for 33 months. What the fuck? Beelzebub just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Beelzebub. That's very nice of you. And we've got a bunch more alerts here that I want to read out in terms of thank yous. Four Wheelers said, I loved Roast Beef's bow tie in your Patreon video. Thanks. Thanks so much. We both got very dressed up for my high-class, expensive quesadillas. And the secret to making expensive food, of course, is to go to the most expensive store in your neighborhood and just always choose the highest priced item and you can't go wrong. Although I think we might have gone wrong. Janie Mango has resubscribed for 5 months. Thank you so much, Janie Mango. And it says, Henry, have you already secured your place in Cooking Explaining History? Oh, I have already. That's good to know. I'm really happy to hear that. It's Kate X just resubscribed for 38 months. Thank you so much, It's Kate X, for all that you do. And simply says, help. Yep. Help. As the Beatles said, help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. So they clarified, help. You know, I need someone. Help. But a lot of people don't realize that what the Beatles were doing was they were doing a sound check. The Yaminator says, will they have a cooking explainer exhibit in the Smithsonian? I sure hope they do. Maybe we can campaign for that. Beelzebub also resubscribed at the tier 3 level for 41 months. Absolutely amazing. Oh, geez, buddy. Why do you got to do this now? Okay, I'll explain. So when he gets out of the bathroom, he has all kinds of pain happening in the in the exterior area. So here, I'm gonna go quietly put him to sleep, and maybe in the meantime we can watch a little bit of a video. Maybe we'll watch this fun Halloween video that we got last year from Ageless.
Thank you. I'm the secure.
Okay. That was art submitted to us by Ageless, or was it real? I don't know. Destrolock09, thank you so much for subscribing. That's very kind of you. And we have so many alerts coming in. I got to get caught up here. Thank you so much. Burt Bufftug just for 18 months subscribed and says, finally back from my week-long trip to Moab, Utah. It's kind of surprising how many people travel just to look at some dusty rocks in the desert. Amazing. Moab, Utah. That's absolutely incredible. That's beautiful stuff. Is that anywhere near Zion National Park? Or Zion. What am I saying? Zion. Because that's all very beautiful stuff. All right, we got to go through the alerts. It's Kate. Thanks for rating us with your audience. Husky Boyo, our old friend here on Twitch, one of our original Twitch friends, says 37 months is nothing to snuff at if you're ending a sentence with a preposition. Yeah, and some people are not cool with that, but I'm okay with it, buddy. Hope you're doing well, bud. All right, good to hear from you, Husky Boyo, and thanks for subscribing. Gumme Kande says, thanks for all the lessons on what you do, on what to do and what not to do in the kitchen, Henry. Yeah. Thanks, Gumme Kande. I appreciate the vote of confidence there. And Nancy Drudels cheered 100 bits. Thanks, Nancy Drudels. And M. Cariotti, hello from Munich, Germany. That's incredible. So you're tuning in all the way from Germany. I will share fun videos and photos soon. I sure hope you do. Thank you so much. And Purple Donut Filling His Fruit resubscribed at the tier 3 level. Absolutely incredible. Thanks so much, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. Thanks for all the subscriptions. If anybody's wondering, we're at 253 subscribers. We're weathering the storm here, and I think that's really nice. Computer, what is the weather?
The current weather is 75 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 58 degrees.
Sounds absolutely terrible. Burt Bufftug says to Dark Ages, I enjoyed Canyonlands, but it was actually Dead Horse Point SP that blew my mind with all the scale of it. Do you go there on your visit? Okay, so they're having a conversation, which is totally acceptable. We're going to need to, you can talk amongst yourselves. We're going to be cooking in a little bit, and then I'm going to need everybody's undivided attention. But this is sort of a socializing time, so you're okay. Androfight says, is roast beef a cat or a pumpkin? I'm not so sure anymore. Let's see if we can get a look at roast beef. I put him in his little area under the sink. Boy, he really has rough bowel movements, and it's very difficult. Here he is. There he is. He looks relatively okay now. He's had a very exhausting bowel movement, and now he's just kind of chilling a little bit. He hates life because he's gotten older, and so have I. So that's kind of, we're sort of like the odd couple, except for we're both the slob one. So maybe you'd call that the even couple? I'm not sure how that works. Actually, if anything, he's probably more of a neat person than I am. So he would be the Tony Randall. Unless you're going by the movie, in which case I think he'd be Jack Lemmon. What the hell am I talking about? Beanie Bob Beanie says, BB Bobini says, me after one of my exhausting bowel movements, to be honest. Yeah. We are all roast beef right now, that's for sure. Or roast beef is all of us. I don't know how it works. Lonely Planet, thanks. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Says, speaking facts. The Yaminator, maybe just the old company. Yeah, it could be. Duza says, Henry, what genre of music is puss music? I see it in the title. Puss music. Oh no. Did I screw something up? You know what? No, I didn't, actually. Puss music is a genre of music. I can't even do anything there. You caught me. It was a typo. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. If I change the title, does that start the stream all over again or something? Dark Ages says the one guy who came here for puss music is going to be super disappointed. Yeah. It could either be an acronym, P-U-S. It could be a derogatory term for people that like guilty pleasure type music, soft rock. Maybe some metal people call it pussy music, and this is sort of a shorthand thing, maybe. I don't know. Here, I'm going to go ahead and grab the guitar. This beautiful background was brought to us by It's Kate. Thank you so much, It's Kate. Let's put on some reverb. You can hear me okay? Check, check, test. 1, 2, 2. Burt Bufftug says, pumpkin spice stream today. It absolutely is. All right, well, the first thing we want to do is give a belated birthday to one of our main users here, Saguaro U. Saguaro U, who resides somewhere in the southwestern portion of the United States, hence the name. Saguaro U says, pusillanimous music. Oh, it could be that. Computer, what does pusillanimous mean?
The adjective pusillanimous is usually defined as lacking courage or resolution, cowardly, faint-hearted, timid. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for pusillanimous.
No, thank you. That's very similar to the idea that I had about pussy music. Crowley says, hi, Henry. Hi, Crowley. Are you named after Aleister Crowley by any chance? I know it's spelled different. Okay. Rock blues, Van Halen classical gas style. That's an interesting request. It almost is classical gas. Okay, let's do a song for Saguaro U, who's one of our main users and just had a birthday. And I've had plenty of time to think about the rhyme for this one. The rhymes. I have multiple options. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just some big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. Nothing but depression and sorrow for you. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but Saguaro U. I've got other ones. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get swept away. It's nobody's birthday for tomorrow too. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but Saguaro, ooh. It's nobody's birthday but Saguaro, ooh. Happy birthday, Saguaro, ooh. We all know how terrible a birthday can be in someone's life, and that's why we hope that you're celebrating to take the edge off of that. Saguaro ooh says, beautiful, I feel uplifted. This year will definitely be slightly less depressing than the last. I hope so, yeah. I gotta say, my 50th birthday really was the most fun ever. And I always thought that when you get older, the birthdays were gonna be less fun, but actually they can be more fun because you're trying harder and harder to offset the fact that you're getting older, and you start not giving a fuck, kinda. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, if we were students in your classroom, would you reprimand us for talking through class? Yeah, if it was during the cooking part, but if it's during the music, this is the part where everybody just kind of talks amongst themselves and shuffles around and gets their utensils ready and whatnot. Okay, thanks again, It's Kate, for this background, and happy birthday to our Saguaro ooh. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and change it up here. Pug Lady sent a picture of Millie the pug. This appears to be a side-by-side. One of them is through the window, a wide shot, and then one is a close-up. Millie the pug basking in the sun, again in the American Southwest. Looks like Millie's living her best life. I assume Millie's a her. I don't know if that's presumptive. M. Cariotti says, hi, Millie. Nancy Droodles says, did RB ever have the post-bathroom zoomies? Let's ask him. Hey, Roast Beef, do you have the post-bathroom zoomies? He doesn't want to participate with us today, and I get that. Pug Lady says, yes, she's a she. Yeah, I figured the name Millie, but you never know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do another song here. Ooh, Dark Ages sends us an interesting one here. This one here has a caption. It says, in celebration of the start of October. Here's a creepy one of the burned out husk of an abandoned school I took photos of some time back. The firefighters had just left, so water was still flowing down the stairs and through holes in the ceiling. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a creepy one. Why don't we do this song to it? It's not a creepy song, but maybe it'll give a creepy vibe to it. It's Tom Waits. And I'm, okay, let's see here. Let's see who gave us this song as a request. There's some really good requests here that I got to get back to. This is Dave Willis, wanted to hear this song by Tom Waits. Boy, this Percy gave us one called I'm Quitting Prozac to Continue Drinking. And the thumbnail is fantastic. That looks like it's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and do this classic Tom Waits song for now. And we'll use this creepy background because it is a song about time passing, so this picture does fit in that regard. Rock Blues says, I don't subscribe a lot, seems like a waste of money, but you really funny and talented, and I'm drunk. Rock Blues, thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for the compliments, and thanks for drunkenly giving us a little bit of support here at Henry's Kitchen. And if I were there, I'd be right there along with you. I love rock and blues, so thanks a lot for subscribing. Let me see if we've got any more. Yeah, Rock Blues, thanks for subscribing at the Tier 1 level. And also, Pogcorn has subscribed for 3 months and says, Tortillas make Mija Vegas. Okay. I'll try to figure out what that means. Lonely Planet just subscribed as well. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks, Lonely Planet. All right, let's go ahead and do our Tom Waits song here. Tom Waits is a friend of the show's. He doesn't know it. We just do a lot of his songs. Okay, here we go. This is a waltz. The smart money's on Harlow, and the moon is in the street, and the shadow boys are breaking all the laws. And you're east of East St. Louis, and the wind is making speeches, and the rain sounds like a round of applause. Napoleon is weeping in the carnival saloon, his invisible fiance's in the mirror, and the band is going home. It's raining hammers, it's raining nails. It's true, there's nothing left for him down here, and it's time, 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 and it's time, 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 and it's time, time, time that you love, and it's time, time, time. My voice hurts when I try to sing something as low as Tom Waits, but we'll get through it. And they all pretend they're orphans, and their memories like a train. You can see it getting smaller as it pulls away, and the things you can't remember tell the things you can't forget. That history puts a saint in every dream. Well, she said she'd stick around until the bandages came off, but these mama's boys just don't know when to quit. And Matilda asked the sailors, are those dreams or are they prayers? So close your eyes, son, and this won't hurt a bit. And it's time, 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 and it's time, 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 and it's time, time, time that you love, and it's time, time, time. Well, things are pretty lousy for a calendar girl. The boys just dive right off the cars and splash into the street. And when they're on a roll, she pulls a razor from her boot, and 1,000 pigeons fall around her feet. So put a candle in the window and kiss upon his lips, and the dish outside the window fills with rain, just like a stranger with the weeds in your heart. And pay the fiddler off till I come back again. And it's time, 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 and it's time, 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 and it's time, time, time that you love, and it's time, time, time. The great Tom Waits with a background from Dark Ages that is creepy, but also set up a nice irony with that song. And let's move on with the pictures here. Reunited Mind sent us this picture taken by a family member. Seems to be horses and jockeys getting ready for the big race. Are they being transported? Or maybe they're doing a race on this boat or something. I don't know what's happening here. It could be that all these people have been entrapped and now they're going to be shipped off somewhere. I don't know. Rock Blues says horses going to the slaughter. Oh, is that what it is? I see. Boy, that's dark. Why are they slaughtering those horses? We need more info. Kooky Bird, Reverbison, yeah, we're keeping the Reverbison because we don't really know whether we're going to do another song or not, but we're pretty sure we will. Parasitosis says, making their way to the glue factory. Saguaro Ooh says, Official Shitter just had a birthday too. Oh, well, we're going to have to do a song for Official Shitter. Why don't we use this background here? It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine. It's nobody's birthday. No one's feeling fine. It's nobody's birthday. Don't expect a bunch of direct messages on Twitter. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but official shitter. Hey, did you hear that, roast beef? It's official shitter's birthday. Come on. That's pretty cool, right? Official shitter's having a birthday. I just can't get him excited about anything, and it's really a bummer. Okay. Well, we have another song request. This one came down the pike by Phaedrus. Phaedrus and I think, have a lot of the same preferred type of music. We've got some more alerts coming down. Thanks, everybody. Scuba Steve 361 says, Yo tengo hormigas en mis pantalones y no es bueno. I don't know what hormigas is, but something in your pants and it's no good. Well, you know what is good, Scuba Steve 361? The fact that you subscribed. Thank you so much for that. That's very kind of you. And Kooky Bird says, Henry, I totally forgot to resub. Thanks for all the entertainment. Hey, thank you, Kooky Bird. Thanks for joining us here today. I really appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing. Bert Bufftug says, can I request a birthday song? Mine is coming up on 10:15. Yes. Please, Bert Bufftug, put it in the song requests area. But do it close to the stream, and I will definitely do it. I'm just going to have to come up. Computer, what's a rhyme for Bufftug?
I don't know of any perfect rhymes for bathtub, but here are some words that almost rhyme. Anthem, catnip, fantastic, mantle, mattress, and Catholic. Okay, catnip in no way sounds like Bufftug. Let's just make sure that Computer isn't writing our songs for us, because that's some bad rhymes. Tom Lehrer would be very disappointed. Okay, everybody. The Yaminator says those weren't even close to rhymes. Yeah, I don't know. Bedbug? Oh, Bedbug's good. Thanks, Kooky Bird. All right, we're going to go ahead and do another song here. Thanks for this picture, Reunited Mind. And let's go ahead and find another one. Thanks, Maui Girl, for your opening picture. That was really good. And Maui Girl sent another one here. This is presumably in Hawaii. Very beautiful picture. Thank you. Thanks for that. Holy crap, awesome says mantle buff tug, mantle buff tug. Terrible. Yeah, mantle doesn't rhyme either. Bert Bufftug says, I'll post some pictures from the Moab trip in the green screen suggestions. Yes, please do. Those are always great pics. The landscape ones usually work the best. Here, let's use Phaedrus's. Well, no, this is more of a kitchen thing. Phaedrus sent us this. This is a great one. I could have done the opening with this one also. Thanks, Phaedrus. This is some kind of a cool eatery, perhaps in the American Southwest. I'm going to go ahead and jump to Janie Mango, who has a picture of the mean streets of downtown Boise, Idaho, I presume. And we're going to go ahead and use this as the background for our song that was requested to us by Phaedrus. It's an Ozzy Osbourne song. We love Ozzy. I might do it on the other guitar.
And I might try to do it the way Ozzy does it. I always think this is a bad idea, but I'm going to try it. I have kind of an itchy nose for some reason. We've got the reverb on. If this doesn't work, I'll drop the octave, but my voice is hurting from going so low. This is a beautiful song from, I think it was from Diary of a Madman, which was Ozzy's second album. How many times can they fill me with lies and I listen again, twisting the truth and they're playing around with my head. Okay, the things they will do and the things they will say, but they don't really understand. Tears fill my eyes when I hear all the cries for the reason today, and they don't really know even what they're talking about. And I can't imagine what empty heads can achieve. Leave me alone, don't want your promises no more. 'Cause rock and roll is my religion and my love won't ever change. Oh, this is too high. May think it's strange. You can't kill rock and roll, it's here to stay. Alright, I'm gonna have to do the chorus down the octave. This one, I have neighbors who are probably worried about my health right now because of the screaming. Looking through eyes of time, mirrors reflecting their stories untrue. Promises, promises, telling me all of my glory's overdue. How many times have I heard it before, and I'll probably hear it again. King of 1,000 nights, pawn in a table fight, losing to you. And they don't really know even what they're talking about. And I can't imagine what empty heads can achieve. Leave me alone, don't want your promises no more. 'Cause rock and roll is my religion and my love won't ever change. It gets strange. You can't kill rock and roll, it's here to stay. And then there's a beautiful solo by the great Randy Rhoads, the late great Randy Rhoads. Or as my friend Mark Cohen says, he ain't late, he ain't coming. Pancake King says, this stream is the best. Wow, thanks Pancake King. Ozzy really brings out the this sort of, I don't know, the savoir, the je ne sais quoi. Okay, verse 3. Wow, this is a kind of a long song. Even the rhymes they give me in times of confession ain't true. Outcome is obvious, all for them, and then meaning you too. The things they will do and the things they will say, but they don't really understand. Fear of rejection, I need their protection, I'm making a stand. And they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. And I can't imagine what empty heads can achieve. Leave me alone, don't want your promises no more. 'Cause rock and roll is my religion and my love won't ever change. May Wow, it makes you appreciate Ozzy Osbourne all the more when you hear a guy try to sing it in his kitchen. Incredible. Thank you so much, Phaedrus, for that trip down memory lane. That album is absolutely incredible. It was life-changing for me, as was Blizzard of Oz. JB's Tech, our old friend JB's Tech just resubscribed at the tier 3 level. And there's a message here, but first I want to say Emmy18 says hello and resubscribes. Thank you so much, Emmy18. That's very kind of you. JB's Tech says 35 years on Twitch. Wow, that's a long time. How in the hell? Miss hanging out, Henry. Yeah, me too. We hung out in Connecticut earlier this month with 10 Carl and a bunch of other users, and it was a great time. And Game Master Flash. I was about to say I may be in your area in October, but I just realized that's today. And I'm still on the East Coast, so I don't know what the hell is going on with me. Who knows what's going on with any of us? I don't know what's going on with me, or anything really. Anyway, happy birthday. Actually, not my birthday, but it will be soon, so I'll save that. And thanks for all the music and cooking and awesome friends I've made with the users. Here's to hoping the next 35 years aren't as busy for me. Hey, busy is good. Busy is something you do while you're waiting for whatever it is that we're waiting for. CDT says, hanging out with users like in a drug den. No, I understand the confusion. CDT, let me explain. Every platform, be it Discord, YouTube, Apple, whatever, you always have a username. And so when I say users, I mean the users of Twitch, particularly in the Henry's Kitchen channel or the Discord channel. But if there is a term user, which means something to do with drugs. Whether or not the users of Henry's Kitchen do drugs is none of my business. That's a personal decision that they make between them and their pastor or whoever their spiritual guider is. And it's a personal decision. FLT says, Spectre, like Tom Petty says, waiting is the hardest part. Yep. And that's a great song too, and we've done it. But my voice is not going to last too much longer with these high songs. So I think it's probably just about time to get in the kitchen and start making our breakfast here. For some of you, it might be lunch or brunch. Some of you, it might be a late midnight snack. Let's just check out maybe one or two other pictures here that we got down the pike here. Oh, I think and Henry Townsend sends us getting prepped up for the Halloween season here. Sends us a picture of presumably his house. It actually looks a little bit like something out of the game that we're playing, Heavy Rain. Okay, everybody. I think it's that time. What the fuck? Saguaro Ooh just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Saguaro Ooh. Steel Lizard says, hey, you look familiar. Have I played hide and seek with you in an abandoned power plant? Yep, that would be me in the flesh. I did a collaboration with the great Rhett and Link on their amazing show called Wonderhole. And they were doing an extreme camouflage hide and seek, and they found me in the power plant, and I had been playing hide and seek for many, many years. If you get a chance, it's on YouTube. Check out the Wonderhole channel, Rhett and Link. Thanks, Steel Lizard, for that reference. It's a very happy memory for me to collaborate with all the people at the Rhett and Link team because they're amazing. Butt Smasher Masher says, can you make my birthday cake next year? I would love it to be Heavy Rain theme. Okay. Yeah, Heavy Rain is the game that we're playing, and it's very dark, but it's fun. Holy crap, awesome, says Henry, don't forget us when you become the world's first billionaire comedian. Wow. Is there not a billion? No, I think Seinfeld is a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken. Bert Bufftug says, I thought Heavy Rain was that Prince song. Butt Smasher Masher, thanks again so much. 100 bits. That's really incredible. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this down here. We're going to enter the kitchen. Whoa, trippy stuff going on with my shirt here. Whoa. It's already becoming Halloween. Butt Smasher Masher, you're right. My house is haunted. Well, here we are, everybody. We're in the kitchen. Let's take a look at some of the ingredients we're going to use for our recipe today. We've got some chips. And I tell you right now, I wish I could just break these chips open and start eating them and just not cook. Because I really don't feel like making a big mess. I don't want to clean it up. I don't want to do all the shit that's involved with cooking. I just like to take this whole fucking bag of chips and just shove them all down my mouth and watch Law and Order or something like that all day. But we can't do that. Does anybody in the class know why we can't do that? Well, I'll tell you. Butt Smasher Masher says chilaquiles. Is that an answer or no? Okay, so, hold on. I've got reverb on. Let's. Thanks very much for that. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit asked if I was in the Bat Cave. Always try to come up with a way to hide it from the general audience if you're going to tell me that I made a mistake, like reverb. Check 1, 2. Okay, good. There we are. We can't not cook because if we don't cook, we die. And if we die, then what's the point of any of this? You know? You're right. Holy crap, awesome. I skipped part of it. If you don't cook, you don't eat. And if you don't eat, you die. In this case, you could eat the chips. But cooking is something you have to learn how to do. It's just one of those annoying things. Janie Mango says, maybe he's distracted. Being a you-know-what denier can almost be a full-time job. Who are we talking about? Batman? Saguaro Ooh says, Henry teaches us how to live. Yeah, in a way I kind of do. I think you're absolutely right. And I wouldn't be the first one to do that. Okay. I think it's time to go ahead and take a look at our ingredients here. What do we have here? We've got some beautiful restaurant-style tortilla chips. And we've got some eggs. We've got some chimichurri sauce. It calls for salsa. I don't have salsa, but I have chimichurri sauce. I had some salsa that I got from a restaurant that I like, but it had this fermented soda pop kind of thing that happens with salsa when it goes bad. So I had to throw it away, and there might be something wrong with me. And then there's salt and pepper here. And this is cheese underneath that tin foil there. And of course, my favorite spatula. This, it's supposed to autofocus. But it's not. Oh yeah, there it is. Hopefully you can read the message there. Butt Smasher Masher wants to know if I would ever make my own salsa. I would. In fact, I may have. I've made pico de gallo, and in some countries, that's the same thing. Got more coffee here. Oh, let me show you this little trick here. I tried to explain it last time. What you need is a spoon. I'll show you. So this is my coffee mug. This is my coffee. When I pour this, it's working fine now, but sometimes it doesn't. And so this is a trick that I learned on TikTok. You put the spoon under the spout like this. Fuck. God. I just wasted a bunch of coffee. I don't know why. It's literally reversed from what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to not work the first time, and then it's supposed to work the second time. But I complained to the manufacturers of that coffee carafe and said, hey, when I pour the coffee out of your spout, I just want you to know it goes all over the place. And they sent me back just a 3-word response. They said, no, it doesn't. And that kind of pissed me off because when I grew up, the customer was always right. We've got Plotty Waddy just subscribed. Thank you so much, Plotty Waddy, for subscribing to us here at Henry's Kitchen. And Pessy2235 says, afternoon from Ireland, heard great things about you. Thank you, Pessy. Thank you very much for joining us. Wow, it must be late where you are. We're going to be making, I'll show you what we're making today. It's going to be a beautiful thing called Migas con Tortillas or something like that. And it's going to be delicious. So thanks again, Plotty Worthy and or Plotty Waddy. All right. I forgot I had a spoon in there. That kind of scared me a little bit. But it's the scary month, right? October. Everyone type Forson says, Amigas, D's nuts. Okay. Please chime in if you want. Beanie Bobini says, Henry, you're like the human version of before. Okay. Parasitosis says, the camera magnetism can affect how spoons work. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, there's camera magnetism. That's also referred to as the uncertainty principle, where there's no way to have an experiment give you perfect results because just observing the experiment actually changes the outcome. We have some other alerts. Butt Smasher Masher just cheered 100 bits and says, would you rather have one arm or a matter baby? What's a matter baby? 086 says, fourth dimension cooking. Everyone type Forson says, nothing much. How about you? Oh, okay. Yeah. What's a matter, baby? Okay, it sounds like I've been hoodwinked here. Butt Smasher Masher was doing a prank when they said, would you rather have one arm or a matter, baby? And I hook, line, and sinker just went right into it. What's a matter, baby? Every now and then your number comes up and you play the fool. And people have fun and they laugh at you. And I hope they're having a good time. But I like to think of the kitchen as a place where we can keep things a little bit serious. But a little bit of levity, even if it's at my expense now and then. Probably nice to break the ice a little bit. Thanks, Butt Smasher Masher. Janie Mango says, did you hear about Updog? No, what's Updog? Bert Buff Tug says, well, we're in the kitchen now, so we're not having a good time. That's true. Everyone type Forson says, nothing much. How about you? We're in the kitchen. Oh, what's Updog? All right, guys, look. I like a good joke just as much as the next guy, but if we keep on doing this, we're never going to get to our cooking situation here, and that's what we really need to do. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, guys, he's going to rage quit the stream. No. I was teased a lot growing up, and sometimes it brings back feelings, but Parasitosis says, chat is fucking harassing the fuck out of Henry today. I would say so. Bobbins says, is it just me or is Henry's apron disintegrating? It is doing some weird stuff. All right, everybody, we got to get to work. Udvol14 says, Henry, a dear friend of mine didn't believe me when I told him the kitchen was dangerous, and he didn't believe me. He attempted to make a grilled cheese sandwich without knowing what he was doing, and now, unfortunately, he's in the ICU. Yeah, you have to be very careful here. There's so many things that can kill you in here. There's fire, there's sharp objects, there's depression. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to work. All right, so I'm going to go to this website here called What's for Eats. And it's got a beautiful picture of what we're making here today. And what started out as a simple breakfast for poor shepherds has since turned into a point of culinary pride for both Portuguese and Spaniards. Migas, which means crumbs in both languages, is simply leftover bread. But today we're going to be using tortillas, tortilla chips. Additions vary by region, but garlic and olive are almost always included. We're actually not using either of those today. Other commonly tossed in tidbits include meats and sausages. No. Leafy greens. No. We're not using any of that. Peppers and beans. Not at all. The whole mix is often seasoned with a good sprinkling of stoked pampika. The best bread for migas is a hearty, chewy country loaf. Okay, we're looking at the wrong recipe here because we're not using any of that. What we're using is, we do need some olive oil, so I'm going to get that. Actually, why don't we use the Acevedo oil, because that's sort of a southwestern thing. I think we're doing more of the southwestern version of this. Okay, let's get to work, guys. We're going to start by heating up our oil on. We have an infrared stove here, so we'll put it on medium heat, and we're going to put just about 1 tablespoon of olive oil or Acevedo oil or whatever. And this is a tablespoon. Every cap for every container always contains 1 tablespoon. Sometimes they're different shapes, but they're always, that's sort of a rule. Parasitosis will tell you about that because he works in weights and measures. All right, so while that's going, in a medium bowl, so we have a bowl here, we're going to whisk together our eggs, some half and half, which I don't have, but I have milk, which is half of what we need. So let's go ahead and break up our eggs. I assume they mean crack the eggs. And salt and pepper. So here we go. We're going to get right into it here. We've got an egg thing here. That's one. We've officially started. Once you've cracked the egg, you've officially started your work. They say if you want to make eggs, you have to crack a few eggs, or whatever that expression is. That's not it. Computer, what is the expression about you have to crack a few eggs?
From Quora.com. The phrase, if you want to make an omelette, you have to break a few eggs, is attributed to the French writer and philosopher François de Charette.
Okay, so it was originally a French poet or something like that. So they most likely, there was some problem in the translation. Let's go ahead and pour just a little bit. We're just going to eyeball it here of our milk. And we also want some salt Got to be careful for this thing here. This top part always falls off. And some pepper. Let's put our milk away so we can use it later. And I'm going to grab a whisker. Since this is a smaller bowl, I'm just going to go ahead and use the baby whisker. And we want to scramble this up. Whisk together eggs, half and half, salt and pepper. Okay, so far so good, I would say. I don't want to put these on just yet because we have another process, couple of processes that we have to do. We need to shred the cheese. Computer, what country is chimichurri from?
Chimichurri is from Argentina and Uruguay.
Great. Okay, so we're still in the South American region. This kind of cheese is Parmesan cheese. That I'm not sure if that falls under the category of South American. I don't think it does. How the fuck? Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to have that little outburst, but the packaging here was really bothering me. Why don't we use our microplane for this? This was gifted to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, but was this Nancy Droodles that gave us the microplane with the nutmeg balls? This thing's awesome. Oh, Nancy Droodles says yes. Thank you so much, Nancy Droodles. That was a great, very thoughtful gift, and I'm very appreciative of it. This thing is really incredible. Look how well I'm doing that. Like, that looks so professional. But then again, I am a professional cooking explainer. I should know how to cook. Let's go ahead and wrap this up so we can still use it. Now, one interesting fact is that there's no way to tell whether Parmesan cheese is good or bad because it smells bad either way. But that's why we love it. Okay, so we've shredded our cheese. Now we have to do something interesting here. We've got our tortilla chips. I'm going to take maybe just a little handful of them here. And I guess what we'll do is we'll put them in a piece of plastic wrap. This stuff is very difficult to work with. It's all fucked up. You have to find the area of it that's... I'm getting plastic in my... Come on, man. This sucks. This really sucks. This is completely useless, I think. It's totally useless. Oh, wait. Something's happening. Okay, so I just needed to get it past that one part. Now we need to break it off. So I need the box. Where's the box? What did I do with the box? There's a box that it's got the perforated part or whatever, the part that breaks it. Did I have the box for this? Oh. Yeah, it's just buried way back here in the drawer. Okay, we're almost there. Sorry, this is not supposed to be this challenging. First you want to find the sharp part. That's the sharp part. Okay. So I'm going to put this over here. Seems like a lot of work just to do that, but that's what we're doing here. And we need some sort of a smashing tool. I'll just use the spatula, because these are not going to be too tough. Parasitosa says, is this supposed to be like Dora the Explorer, where we all go right there? No, it was just me. In that case, it wasn't totally my fault. The thing got pushed back into the back of the drawer. Okay, there we go. Have a sip of our coffee here. I think we're looking good. I think it's time to go to step 2 here. There's only 2 steps in this one, which I love, except they pack like 5 steps into each one. That's another pisser for me. That always sort of pisses me off when they say it's only 2 steps, but then they have heat oil, whisk together eggs. That's 2. Pour beaten eggs into skillet. That's 3 that they put all in one. So they're kind of cheating in that regard, I would say. Okay, let's pull this over here. Let's go over here with this. Our Acevedo oil is pretty well burned at this point, which is good. We want that. And now we're going to pour our beaten eggs into the skillet. This is a no-stick pan. Okay, these eggs have been beaten. And we're going to scramble this for about a minute. Computer, set timer for 1 minute. Computer, set timer for now 50 seconds.
50 seconds, starting now.
Oh, this looks good. Scramble for 1 minute, and then we're going to add the cheese. So far, I don't really see the difference between this and an omelet. And the salsa, again, we're using chimichurri. I need a utensil of some sort to get this out of there. Computer, stop. Okay, I think I'm doing this right. And then it also wants the tortilla chips. This part's going to be a little challenging getting them onto that, but I think we're going to be okay. This is what makes it the migas, I guess. Okay, continue to cook, gently stirring until the eggs are set. I kind of don't want to do anything with this. I think this is probably good the way it is. Let's see what theirs looks like. No, I think we're doing pretty good right here. I think we're done. Let's go ahead and grab a plate. I don't have a clean plate. I'm going to have to use a bowl. Wow, this couldn't have been easier. Migas con tortillas, it's called. I guess a lot of times people use breadcrumbs, but we're not really big fans of breadcrumbs here at Henry's Kitchen, because that's, when you think about it, it's literally just some major corporation selling you their shitty crumbs. Probably some rich CEO person just taking the breadcrumbs from after they finish dinner and putting them into a package and selling them to everybody. And that's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. Okay, well, we made a little bit of a mess, but I think we have some delicious food here called Migas con Tortillas. Parasitosa says, my favorite part of every online recipe is the step where they tell you to make it taste terrible. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. All right. Brundine says, looks great. I think it is great. Let's take a look at the picture. Ours didn't really come out like the picture for whatever reason. Maybe I crushed the tortillas up too much. But I'm going to go ahead and take a bite and see what we've got to work with here. Oh, we have to turn that thing off. Guys, if you're following along, please turn your infrared stove into the off position, because you don't want to leave that on. It's going to waste electricity and it might even burn the house down. Looks like proper Mexican cuisine, says Fran. Thank you very much, Fran. Janie Mango says Karl Marx missed a trick not talking about breadcrumbs. I think it was in one of those chapters of his one of his lesser known books about culinary arts. Nancy Drudel says, did you add the salt and pepper? Yes, I did indeed. Thanks for keeping me honest, though. Gumme Kande says the taste is what truly matters. Yeah. Plus there's chimichurri, which probably has some seasonings in it. I don't think we added the stoked paprika. So why don't we get that right now? In fact, we've got a couple nice things here we can try. This hasn't been released yet, but there's upcoming a Henry's Kitchen brand of seasonings. Stoked paprika and cumin. So I'm hoping to have these available for the holidays. I have to talk to the post office about whether or not I can sell containers of powders. It seems like that would be an issue. All right, let's go with just a little bit of cumin. And just a tiny, maybe what you would call a dash of stoked paprika. And I'm going to stir that up a little bit. Wow, that's fragrant. That's very fragrant. But let's go ahead and take a bite. Stocking stuffers. You're absolutely right, Maui girl. It's very hot. Fucking delicious. This is fucking delicious, guys. I don't know what I just did right now. I'm so happy that it's preserved on video form, though, because whatever we just did right here was fucking delicious. It's the tortilla chips gives it a crunchiness, and other than that, it's basically just eggs with some chimichurri and some cheese on it. But Boy, we really knocked it out of the park today. I want to thank the folks at, well, there's two, mytexaskitchen.com and the other one, What's for Eats. Nancy Drudel says, good job, begrudgingly. I'm going to assume that you probably bet money on it and lost. And that's okay. I don't mind. Every dish is not going to be amazing. So it's okay to bet against us sometimes. But Money Curse says, congratulations. Yeah. Janie Mango says, my teenagers will love getting HK spices this Christmas. Yeah. All right. Wow. You know what I think I like the most about it is the tortilla chips. That really went well. I'm so proud of myself right now for that. That was really good. I think it was Gore Vidal who once said it's not enough for you to succeed, but also your friends have to fail. He was probably being an asshole when he said that, but I hope that you guys succeed as well. I'm going to have another bite. Toot says, will roast beef be on stream once? Well, yeah, he's been on stream here today. My cat roast beef's sleeping like a little baby. But in fact, he's the equivalent of a 100-year-old man. He started out the whole show by just taking a big stinker right here in the room that's right next to my kitchen. And now he's sleeping like a baby. His work is done with Henry's Kitchen, and now he's relaxing. Butt Smasher Masher says it matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done. That's good. Bradford Bartos says Schadenfreude. Yeah, there is definitely some Schadenfreude happening. Saguaro Ooh says the cutest old kitty. Yeah, he sure is. Janie Mango says William F. Buckley nearly punched Gore Vidal for that. Yeah, they famously used to get in scraps. I feel like those guys would probably fight in fisticuffs. Computer, what is fisticuffs?
Fisticuffs is a form of the word fisticuff. As a noun, fisticuff is usually defined as a cuff or blow with the fist. As a verb, fisticuff is usually defined as to strike or fight with the fists. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for fisticuff.
No, thank you. Okay, something about a blow and a fist. All right. Oh no, roast beef is back. It's time to open up our game, everybody. But, you know, first I'm going to go ahead and do our song. Check. Did I have reverb on that whole time? I hope not. For some reason, it's not responding. Check, 1, 2. Bradford, if you're here, we've been doing the thank you song to the tune of Billy Joel's Moving Out. And I'm going to do the thank you song right now. There are so many users that help with so much on this show, or this stream, whatever you want to call it. And this is my perhaps weak attempt to thank them all for what they do, but it's an attempt nonetheless. Yeah, this is a beautiful guitar. It's tuned down though, and I think I'm gonna try to do it in the regular key. So I'm gonna use this Gretsch. Beelzebub just sent a link for the YouTube video Wonderhole episode that I did with Rhett and Link. That's finally out there. We've been talking about it for several months. It came out to be a lot of fun, so you can check it out. But don't watch it right now because we still have some more entertainment that we're going to do here. Let's go ahead and do this song to thank the users. Not only the users, but the technical advisors, the moderators, the major streamers that have given us raids and shared their audience with us, and so many others. Music in the Toily, Nim, Moon, Emaru, Orca, Mind, S-Man, Bonnie 2. Don't forget Quanto, Dazzle, Capillary, Little Quest, Borsenvin, Nella, Parasitosis. Don't forget Quanto and Lisi T, Purple Donut, filling his fruit, Tankard and Borsenvin, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, C. Lurkbull ASMR, Shandis Nova Galarian, Hackensack, Mr. Gooseberry VT, D's Nuts Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester, the Chironex, Mochi's Nirvana Rid, Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, oh Ransom GR, Cassidy Tis, Michelle Heffy, 25 Yarkasm, Nico Tinzo, Michael Bublé, 4422, Passion Error, the Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded, JSVX Fan, Essity Test, Bullboy 789, Dazzle Cottons, Zodman and Toke My Nuts, Saguaro, Burrito 555, Dinosaur, JB's Text, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub, Henlips 1, Caitlin's Kitchen. Don't forget Quanto. Don't forget Quanto. Quanto. Don't forget Quanto. Velcrom VF says, did I spoil the song? Fuck you. Oh, no, you didn't. I didn't get to your... Velcrom VFF just resubscribed for 12 months. The song was over, so don't feel bad about interrupting. Thank you so much for your generosity. And also, Butt Smasher Masher, thanks for keeping the cheers coming here. And Impulse X says, Henry, if you had a miniature clone of yourself, would you torture it? No, I feel like it already gets enough torture as it is. All right, everybody. Don't forget Quanto. Don't forget Quanto. Wait, we've got some information here. It's Kate X says, users, alert. Orcamine just released a new song called Backseat Driver. Go check it out. We love Orcamine here at Henry's Kitchen. They do great music. Michelle Heffy and Josiah just do great stuff, and I got to hang out with them when I was in Park City, Utah. Check out their song. Is there a link, or do you just go to their channel? Orcamind. ORCAMIND. I'm gonna check it out for sure. Backseat Driver, new single. Okay, everybody, it's time to play our game. Roast beef is kind of walking around a little bit confusedly, but he's doing okay, relatively speaking, I suppose. All right, let's go ahead and oh, It's Kate X also has a YouTube link there for Orcamine's new hit, Backseat Driver. It's a great title. We're gonna have to do all kinds of shit right now to get this game going. So we're gonna open up Steam. That's always the first part. And then we're gonna go to our library of games and we're gonna open Heavy Rain. There's a bunch of updates happening. Okay, yeah. Steam always wants to start doing all kinds of updates, but we don't want that. So I always have to stop it. Heavy rain. Let's push play. Okay, we got to put on the desktop audio. And then we got to go to... I'm going to rely on you to make sure everything's working from a technical level here. My frickin' Steam Deck stopped working. Not sure why. Alright, so the cropping is a little bit off here. No idea why. Just one of those dumb things, I guess. So how am I going to fix that? Alright, I got to fix that now. Alright, is that okay? I think that's going to have to do. Maybe I can move the green screen over. Alright. Official shitter, you're absolutely right. The reverb is on. Let's fix that. Have a cup of coffee. I think I'm going to just about finish. This is the last look at our delicious meal that we made today. If you want to see the picture. That music sounds like it's a build up to our dish. Pretty cool. Great music these video games have. I'm gonna need a little sustenance for this. Holy crap, awesome, says R.I.P. Jane Goodall. I'm very sorry to hear that she's no longer with us. Alright everybody, here we go. We're going to start playing the game now. It's asking about Discord. Reminder, press and hold down the indicated buttons. WSD. That food was so good. I think we're really getting off to a good start in October. All right, here we go. Impulse X says, are you playing this on the microwave display? What does that mean? Does it not look okay? Let me know if everything's okay here from a technical perspective. Here, I need to at least fix... Looks and sounds good. Thanks, it's Kate. All right, resume game. So you might recall, this guy is being sort of, well, he did legitimately oversee the death of one of his children, but another of his children is missing, and it looks like he's kind of being framed for it. Turn down the game volume. Okay, so we can hear you better. Okay, will do. Let's do that. Is that better? Let me know if that's okay. Okay, thanks, Billy. Butt Smasher Masher says, what would you do if you were in his position? Probably just forget about the whole thing. How come he's not talking? Is my, is this thing not working now? What's going on here? I don't know why I can't. Normally he's supposed to talk. Ugh. We're at an old abandoned power plant, not too dissimilar from the episode of Wonderhole that I did. Maui Girl says he needs to leave out a plate of Migas tortilla huevos and the kid will return. Yeah, I think you're right. Everybody likes Migas tortilla huevos. Where are we going here? Yeah, I want to talk.
It might be a trap. I'd better be careful.
Oh, now he's talking.
This is the old Pico power station. I thought it was abandoned.
Now he's all jabbermouth.
What the hell am I supposed to do here?
One doesn't work. Clue is the only one that doesn't work, and that's the one I need. Oh yeah, nothing bad about this idea. Seems to be some sort of a window. Damn. Dead end.
Now where am I supposed to go? There must be a clue or something. A dead end. I've got to go back on my tracks.
No real choice. The game, says Velcro MVFF. Just make a new kid, says Xiao Mian Taco. Or Tiao. We do have a crumbled tortilla chip situation happening in my mouse, but we are working on it. We are aware of the problem, and we're working around the clock to try to get it fixed as soon as possible.
Your origami figure was in the form of a butterfly. So, am I looking for a butterfly?
Wait, didn't I see a butterfly? I feel like I saw a butterfly somewhere. Did we see one around here? I have no shame about you guys helping me with this. Was it over here? Oh, look at this. Can't do it. Camero says, I can't believe he went out in this weather without an umbrella or a hooded coat. Yeah, I mean, what part of Heavy Rain does he not get from the title of his game? Maui Girl says, let's put on some puss music. We definitely started a new genre of music today called puss music, which probably means pusillanimous music. A little bit like Air Supply, I would think. I don't mean to drag Air Supply. But they're kind of the pioneers of puss music. What are we doing here?
Electrical condensers. Going by the sound of them, they're still active.
So I can't do that. This sucks so bad. Holy Crap Awesome says, for a game called Heavy Rain, these characters seem poorly prepared for rain. They sure do. And Saguaro Ooh says, ooh, a butterfly. Wait, was there a butterfly and I missed it? I need to find the butterfly if there was one. Where was there a butterfly? Printed on the wall. Where? Oh, there you go. You're absolutely right. This is why I suck at games. There is indeed a butterfly here. Where is it now? Did it go away? How do I not see it now, guys? That's pissing me off. There, okay. This is so kind of annoying here. Is it down here? Oh, there's the butterfly. Sorry, that took way longer than it should have. Live wires. Oh. What is this? Matches? Not sure that's a great idea. Didn't do it well. Okay. Wait, what's happening here? Okay. That's not good. Oh, this is somebody from the outside. I'm literally in some kind of furnace or something. I don't know if you can burn down this type of place. Chow Min Tao. Oh, wow.
Glass. Broken glass. Sharp as a razor. Impossible to go back. I'm gonna have to crawl through it.
Oh, here we
so
go.
I don't tear up my arms.
I'm just tearing up my arms slowly. Goes on as far as the eye can see.
The match flame indicates where the fresh air comes from. All I have to do is follow the wind.
What? To the right. Sorry everybody, this must be excruciating to watch. Oh, a little bit to the left. Is that my last one? Left. There's the fresh air.
My vision's getting blurry. Easy does it. I've got to move slowly, or I'm gonna faint.
I don't want to move slowly because we have a lot of people watching the game and it's going to be boring. Left. Maybe this was just, this whole idea was really stupid. Did I just go around in circles? Yeah, no shit. Kind of wasted a match on that one. I think I'm done with this part of the game. Thanks, Velcro Muff. I'm just getting the fuck out of here. Maui Girl says, sounds like he ate some fermented salsa. Yeah, that's exactly the way I sounded after eating that. But I gotta say, that stuff I just made right now is sitting real good. This is how I get up every morning out of bed. Is that where I just came out of?
Right. I guess I don't really have any choice.
What did I do wrong there? What does it mean if it's vibrating? What the fuck, guys? Keep pressing buttons. Okay, just hold. Okay, I'm holding that. Hold. Okay, well that's a very important piece of information there. What is this? He's bleeding out. Oh, this looks fun actually. If anybody's been to the City Museum in St. Louis, Missouri, this is the kind of thing that you do. Okay, I'm holding it down. Now what? What do I do? This sucks. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry to get frustrated. Now I hold down Q, I guess. And now I hold this one down. The holding doesn't seem to work. Yeah, Impulse X, I was holding it and it wasn't doing anything. But somehow or another it started working. I don't know. There's some little trick to it. Steve Studnut says the controls in this game look infuriating. Yeah, I'd say they are. Alright, where are we going here? Got to save my son. See, that's the problem. Okay, I'll tell you the problem here. When it shows me the mouse button with only one side, that kind of implies that I'm supposed to let go. No? And now I can't get back to that place. Q. D. See now... Oh, okay. So I let go of the other one. Yeah, but Big Nesky, I guess I let go of one of them. Oh. Sorry, everybody. This must be like watching paint dry. Very insecure. Okay. I'm holding it down. And then I'm coming out. Hey, Official Shitter says, alright, I've got to go shower. Hey, I don't blame you, Official Shitter. Thanks for the birthday song. Yeah, thanks. Happy birthday, man. Or lady. official shitter? All I can do is guess. Maui Girl 45, hold me instead. Stay 3.
I didn't come this far to give up now. I've got to go all the way if I want to save Sean.
Xiao Man Tao says happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to official shitter and Saguaro Ooh. Analyze the problem.
Have a good look at each one of those condensers. If I choose the right route, I'll have a better chance of coming through this in one piece.
I feel like we're getting toward the end of the game, and that's why it's getting so difficult. Here we go. Dramatic music. Fuck. What am I doing here, guys? Throw yourself into the power lines. I'd love to. No, I'm doing the directions exactly right. I know Impulse X. This is... how do I handle the one... What is this, left? Shift left. Shift L. All right, butt smasher masher. What do I do? Did I just die? You Fear Jazz says me doing yoga. Coward. Oh yeah, I just crawled on broken glass. Multiple endings? Well, I'll probably get the bad ending, I guess. Just like I did in Detroit Become Human. Hold left click and unfold the movement slowly with the mouse. It is a travesty, Velcro muff. 2+ inches of rain, I assume. Boy, when she sees this guy next, that's going to be a lot worse than it even was. Big Nesky says there's some of the wire entrances are easier to enter than others. I wasn't able to do it. Best way... No, it's not hold down. It's keep hitting it. By the end of the game, I'll know finally how to do it. Thanks, Impulse X. I appreciate that. Hold. This is also how I meet women. Yeah, Maui Girl, this is the happy ending. Yeah, thanks. Velcro Muff. It looked like it was a V there, but I guess it's a U.
Ethan.
Thank you, Velcro Muff.
Ethan, can you hear me?
Oh, Big Nesky giving me some good information. When there's an arrow pointing down, it means hold. No arrow means press. Okay, gotcha. Hold and press, are those two different things, though? I'm only halfway done, parasitosis? That's amazing.
You've got a hell of a fever.
Yeah, no shit.
Are those burn marks on your chest? I'm gonna have to get your clothes off to disinfect those wounds.
Wounds?
Arms look really bad. I need to disinfect your wounds.
Oh no, this game's gonna make me uncomfortable
Get your
again.
clothes off to disinfect those wounds.
Guys, this I'm doing this and it's doing nothing. I don't understand.
I'm gonna have to get your clothes off to disinfect those wounds.
Oh God. What do I do? Why red? Why red on that one? I right clicked. Son of a bitch. I don't like this. Some girls find that hot. Let's go to the medicine cabinet. Also, when I push the numbers, they don't do anything. Because every hotel has a full medicine cabinet. We're just going to finish this chapter and then we're going to move on. Band-Aids, thanks, Saguaro. Ooh.
I'm no doctor, but I'll do what I can.
4. Start with the disinfectant. I wish there was some auto mode where you could just watch what's happening.
It's disinfectant. Not terribly good for burns. Your wounds are disinfected.
Speaking of movies, guys, check out in the Discord. It's Kate is screening movies, horror movies in October. Let's do a little painkiller. give him an anti-fever. This is how I give roast beef his high blood pressure medicine.
Can't put on a bandage yet. Gotta treat the wounds first.
Ugh. Okay. Big Nesky says, this is how my wife puts me to sleep every night. After golf?
Sorry. I'll take it easy. That should ease the pain.
Oh yeah, you're a regular painkiller here. Should I just Cosby him and put some sleeping pills in there? I don't know. 3, medicine. Oh no, let's go back to the bandages. There we go. What is that supposed to be? Why did it do that? Am I supposed to do it at the tempo? Oh, I'm just realizing that. I thought I just did it willy-nilly, but it's saying do it at the tempo that it's blinking at. I never knew that.
That's all I can do. How do you feel? Ethan? He's unconscious. Now I'll just have to wait. And hope he wakes up.
Okay, time for the next chapter. I hope. Where am I? What did you do to me? Why are you staring at me? Pancake King. Yeah, maybe she could read a nice Agatha Christie or something.
How do you feel?
Dude Tranquil says, is this still the game about drowning kids? Yeah, but it's gone to so much more.
I've been better.
That's an understatement.
About 3 hours.
Why the guardian angel act? You don't even know me.
When I was a child,
oh no,
I was always the one who used to fix my brothers up when they'd been fighting with the other kids on the block. I suppose I like to play the guardian angel.
You said you were here because you're an insomniac?
It's nothing. I just have trouble falling asleep sometimes. I've been like that since I was a little girl. You seem to lead a dangerous life.
It's not the one I chose.
You seem to lead a dangerous life.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be asking you questions.
You're right, dude, Tranquil.
I mean, after all, we hardly know each other. You have no reason to trust me.
Listen, I'm truly grateful for your help, but for your own sake, I think it's better if you don't ask any questions.
Sorry, Impulse X. Yeah, you have to go to bed. Thanks for the prison food recipe today. Hey, it was pretty good. My grandmother had been to prison. She would have probably appreciated that recipe.
Take care.
Quiet Camp says, is this time for the lovemaking? No, I don't think that's going to happen. And these games are PG-3 or PG-13. Bud Smasher Masher says, would you trust her, Henry? I don't know. Boy, I really failed at the power plant, huh? Oh, gotta go someplace else now? Alright, everybody. It's time for us to go ahead and take a little break here. I've unlocked a new bonus. Alright. We're gonna exit. We made some great food. Back to main menu. Yes. Exit game. Thank you, Velcro Muff. Are you sure you wish to exit game? Yes. Okay, everybody. Hey, let's say a proper goodbye. We made some pretty kick-ass food here today. You can see the remnants of it right here. It must have been good because I ate it all. It looks like we've got some alerts too that I want to check in on. Danny Wonders resubscribed for 15 months. Thank you so much, Danny Wonders. Maui Girl says she's going to watch Wonderhole again. Yeah, check it out. There's a link. Beelzebub just put a link in there. It's a lot of fun. It's the guys Rhett and Link, Wonderhole, and it's just it was a really good time working with them. And well, I hope you had a good first stream of October. We're gonna get more and more Halloweeny. We're probably gonna play some other games. Hey, message for the users: is it time to go ahead and get into some of our Halloween games like Phasmophobia or Phasmophobia or whatever? Janie Mango. Thank you. Thanks, Maui Girl. Thanks, Velcro Muff, Beelzebub. Yes. Herpy Derpy Paper says, yes, fuck yeah. Sigmaro Uo. Happy birthday. Dude Tranquil. Yeah, we're doing it all. Okay, everybody. Halloweeny Bites. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. I'm sorry I missed the stream on Sunday, but I had some personal matters to attend to. And let's see if roast beef is still under his in his cupboard there. Oh, he's just sleeping peacefully. He had a dramatic opening to the show, but he's okay now. All is okay here at Henry's Kitchen. So thanks, everybody. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you Sunday at 12 noon Pacific time. And have a good one.